Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric, and one genre of video games that I am very hesitant to do quite often is horror. Like, I scare so easily, but a few years ago, I played Layers of Fear, and I actually enjoyed it. It had a real portrait of Dorian Gray type of narrative to it, and overall, I thought it was a great, interesting game. And now, Layers of Fear 2 has come out, and I was like, you know what? I have to check it out. I enjoyed the first one so much that I was there for the sequel. And now I got the Xbox One version that I'm going to be checking out today. It's come across on PS4 and everything. Probably will come out to Nintendo Switch later, but I have the Xbox One version that I sunk my teeth into just recently. And I wanted to go ahead and talk about it in today's video, guys. So if you're brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription and let's go ahead and begin our review of Layers of Fear 2. That rhymed. So guys, yeah, Layers of Fear 2. Just like the first game, it is a first-person game that has like a narrative. This is mostly like a movie. There's not much in way of like true action in this game. No attacks, nothing of that sort. This one is mostly a walking simulator. If you haven't played the previous Layers of Fear, it was set in like an old Victorian age type of house. While this one actually begins on a boat, a mysterious like cruise ship set like in an earlier age. I would say this is probably like in the noir type of era of film and things like that, because there's a lot of references to old film and things like that. As a matter of fact, you're playing as an actor by the name of Jimmy, but there's a mysterious narrative going on that flashes back between present day, which is in color, and then black and white, which is like flashback segments and things. And I don't want to go too far into the plot points or anything like that, because with games like this, there is a lot of spoilers. This is all about the experience, you know, from the beginning of the game to the end, piecing the clues of what exactly is going on mentally with your character and their experiences and everything like that, to flesh out a story, to see exactly what's going on. And I will say, this one definitely kept me gripped, just like the first one. The first one had me like all eyeballs. This one, I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna push a little bit further right now before putting the controller down, just so I could find out more information about what exactly is going on with Jimmy. And I gotta say, I was not disappointed. Now, again, the gameplay, first person type of game, you control your character as you move throughout different areas of the game. There's objects that you can interact with. Once in a while, you'll find like notes and photos and little clues and stuff like that. But for the most part, you're just walking through. It's almost like a haunted house, a video game haunted house. You're walking around, checking out different areas and stuff. Once in a while, there will be small jump scares. This one actually didn't feel as jump scare heavy as the first one. I would say the first game of Layers of Fear was very reliant on jump scares and, like, I guess creepy, very scary horror. This one is a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more slow in its simmer to build up. In fact, it wasn't until like the beginning of Act 2 where I really felt like I was starting to get really uneasy. There's a couple of moments in Act 1 where you're being chased down and things like that, where it is creepy and it is tough, but it wasn't nearly as scary as Layers of Fear 1 early on in the game. But it does pick up. This one I think was a little bit more methodical because it was a bigger game. The environment, you know, the ship, the locations that you travel to, because there is like flashbacks where you're not on the ship anymore, and it's just much more of a bigger game, a bigger area to explore. So I think there's more time for the story to kind of just simmer up, as I was saying. You know, it didn't have to go from 0 to 100 real quick, and I think it worked out really, really good. It was fleshed out. This one is actually clearly much more polished than the first game as well, which is to be expected. It's been a few years. You don't see the character's face or anything like that. You see just from your perspective, but the environment, everything that is around is just real disheveled. You'll find stuff just thrown around. It's like, what happened on this cruise ship? What happened here? Why is everything just a mess? You do get little hints and everything, like I said. The music is absolutely fantastic in this game. Again, they did a great job of having that eerie vibe being translated in the music. But the real highlight is the guy voice acting the narration for this entire game is the guy from Candyman. Yeah, they got the guy from Candyman to narrate this game, and that just alone set like the awesomeness level of this game from like down here to like right here. Having the guy narrate your experiences and everything, and kind of he's there's like a protagonist that kind of like eggs you on. That's exactly what he is, or an antagonist. I mean, there's somebody that's just kind of like talking to you throughout different segments of the thing, and there are some segments that make you have decisions to make. You can choose one certain decision or another one, and it does change what the ending of your game is going to be. There are 3 endings of the game depending on the choices you make, and games like this do have the replayability with wanting to go back and see what kind of different endings you have. There's one ending that's kind of like not so great, that doesn't really have too much of a conclusion to it. Like, you're left kind of like, what, really? But the 2 other ones, not too bad. I do like games like this that do provide a bit of a little swerve and stuff like that that make you go like, oh, that makes some sense. So this one does deliver on some of the endings, but there is replay value based on the decision making and stuff like that. And once you clear the game, you're gonna be able to zoom through it like that, because honestly this game is probably not even 5 hours long. There's 5 acts, and some of the acts are really quick to get through, especially like Act 3, Act 1. It's just a matter of how fast you can do it. Once you know where to go and what to do, you can just kind of zoom through, because it is linear for the most part. But I do think Layers of Fear 2 was entertaining for what it was. Again, it does feel like a movie. It feels like something that you're listening to and watching. It has that classic feel to it, just, you know, and it pays a lot of homage to a lot of like classic films and stuff. There's like Wizard of Oz references on it, Journey to the Moon, and some tributes to other horror games and horror movies where you're like, oh, I get that reference. So it is kind of a good little love letter to people that like this type of game. It's not as action-packed as, you know, a lot of other games that we've had recently. It's not as gory. There's not a lot of blood scenes and murder and stuff like that. This one just leaves a real mysterious, chilling vibe to it. So if you like something that's a little bit more slow-paced on your scariness, not too much in way of jump scares, and it's just classic horror, then Layers of Fear 2 is right up your alley. If you want something more gory and stuff, then you're going to have to go pick out some of those insane games like Outlast and stuff like that, because this is a complete opposite of what Outlast is. It's an enjoyable game. I had a lot of fun checking it out. I'm glad they made a sequel to Layers of Fear, guys. And I guess that's it for today's review. Thanks a lot for watching. As always, if you're brand new to the channel, feel free to throw a subscription. Don't forget to comment down below. Have you tried this game out? Are you looking forward to checking it out? Were you waiting for this review? And don't forget to like, dislike, guys. I will see you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out. Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. We got a big convention announcement. I will be at Retropalooza Houston June 8th and June 9th at the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, Texas, which is basically the Houston, Texas area. So come on out. If you live within driving distance of Pasadena, Texas, there's absolutely no reason to get off your keister and come hang out at the convention and meet some of us. Who's scheduled to appear? Well, let me go ahead and let you know. We got Boogie 2988 coming out. We got Mr. Creepy Pasta, Gaijin Goomba, Woodhawker, myself, the Game Chasers, and plenty more. And you know what? It's going to be a Saturday and Sunday con. We got June 8th, June 9th, baby. Saturday's hours are from 9 to 5, and Sundays is from 10 to 5. So there's plenty of time, plenty of panels, plenty of possible raffles and stuff, giveaways. They got free play, console area. It's a great time. This is like the 4th Retropalooza in Houston. I've always been there because, you know, I'm the best. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I definitely look forward to seeing you guys. I will have t-shirts on sale available, and you can just meet and greet, hang out. I'll sign stuff for free. I know people think we charge, but no, we don't. And yeah, I'll just kind of kick it with you guys, possibly even have a beer with you. Come on out, guys. RetropaloozaHouston.com. You can get your tickets in advance, so you have them at the door. Matter of fact, they're cheaper right now if you get them through their website. If you wait till the day of the con, you're going to be paying a little bit, and why not save some money for video games? Now, ticket prices, if you get them ahead of time, right now. The weekend pass, I believe, is $25, and then Saturday's $20, and Sunday only is $15. So you can get both days for $25. You practically almost get a day free by getting a weekend pass. So you can go to retropaloozahouston.com, get your tickets ahead of time. Again, it's at the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, Texas, June 8th and June 9th. Be there, be square, guys. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.